everyone. My name is Ed DeCosta of eddecosta.com and the Ascend 90-Day Transformation Program. This is my video blog for Wednesday, March 13th, 2013. Slow and steady wins the race. You probably finished that sentence. You've heard of it before, and you've also heard of the parable of the tortoise and the hare, where the tortoise starts out slow and steady, but the hare, the rabbit, runs really fast and then peters out, takes a nap, and who ends up winning the race? Of course, the tortoise or the turtle. Now, in personal development, personal transformation, the same phenomenon exists. People that have had enough, have decided to make a change in one or more areas of their life, are often very enthusiastic and very excited, and they want to make changes in all areas right away and see the change. And so they will make radical changes in their lives. And there are times where, in fact, that's what's called for and it does work. But in the vast majority of cases, it doesn't sustain itself. In fact, your body or your mind will view that as an attack and will actually fight against the change. Now, how can you overcome that resistance to change that most of us have? That's the power of slow and steady, the incremental improvement, consistently applied over time. Now, I recently was blessed to spend the weekend with some entrepreneurs at a mastermind weekend in California, and it was hosted and facilitated by Darren Hardy, who is the editor of Success Magazine. Just a terrific weekend, masterfully done. Darren happens to be the author of a book called The Compound Effect, and it's about this precise subject. And did you realize the power of that compound effect? If you made a 1% improvement, just a 1% improvement in any area of your life, each week, just 1%, did you realize by next July of 2014, just 70 weeks from now, you will have doubled that productivity, the results you're getting in that area. Now, in some areas, maybe that's not practical. In other areas, you could probably exceed 1% per week. But the beauty of it is when you're only making that 1% change each week, it's absolutely doable, and your body and your mind can adapt to that pace of change. So the message today is quite simple. If you want to make a change in your life, by all means, grab onto that emotion, connect with the why behind the what that you're going to do, really understand the purpose of the transformation, but don't try to do it all this week, because you're unlikely to sustain that effort, and then you'll be back where you started from in a fairly short period of time. And not a prediction, that's just what happens to many people. So slow and steady wins the race. I hope you find this helpful. Again, my name is Ed DeCosta of eddecosta.com and the Ascend 90-Day Transformation Program. Get a little bit better this week, and wherever you are, make it a great day.